Greetings, everyone. This is Kevin Hand, your host from the Pure Energy team. And on behalf of Powur and the Pure Energy team, welcome to our January 28th, 2016 Powur Partner Training Call. It's a live call with Jonathan Budd, Jim Bunch, and Bobby Smith. Tonight, we're going to be talking about various things, so I encourage you to please take out a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper, something to take notes on, record this, go back to this, listen to it over and over and over again. There is going to be some information here that you will want to refer back to. It's good information. Use it to grow, use it to grow your team. It's good for personal growth. It's establishing yourself in the market. We are here growing our solar business. Please let me introduce you and help me welcome VaNessa Duplessie.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Powur Thursday training call. My name is VaNessa Duplessie, and as always, it's my pleasure to be here with each and every one of you. Tonight, I'm super excited because we have what I want to call the triple threat. Our CEO, Jonathan Budd, our President, Jim Bunch, and our VP of Sales, Bobby Smith, who are going to impart, as I like to say, wisdom and nuggets to you. So Jonathan is going to share about the upcoming plans for the next phase of Powur. Jim's going to talk a little bit about some upcoming training and exciting, platform changes that we're going to start to teach you about. And Bobby is going to share some end-of-the-month tips to help you reach the next level in the Powur Rewards Plan. So these calls really are designed to help you grow your Powur team and your Powur business. So without further ado, Jonathan, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Ms. VaNessa Duplessie. And I can't help, when I think about what it is we're doing, and I think about the business, and absolutely, it's 100% a business, but it's more than that. It is just so much more than that. I think 3 hours ago or 4 hours ago, California PUC, Public Utilities Commission, just made another historic sort of legislative announcement that they are not going to uphold some of the utilities' new bills that they were trying to pass through. And basically, they rejected that. They rejected the utilities proposal, and they vowed to support the solar industry and make solar our future in California. They upheld net metering legislation for the next 4 years. And I'm thinking to myself, what other business in the history of the $180 billion direct sales industry does every day, it seems like, or every week or every month, you're listening to these sort of like truly game-changing, world-changing announcements being made, like 195 countries just agreed to phase the world off fossil fuels, and Congress just did this, and President Obama just announced in his State of the Union address this, and then the next week, the utilities did this, and the PUC did this. And it so highlights that what we are in front of, ladies and gentlemen, what we are really doing here, we are on the forefront of a global movement, a global political and business and environmental movement to change how the world produces energy, to disrupt the current energy system and the current energy grid, and to build an entirely new, decentralized clean energy model, a model where every single one of us can produce our own power at a more affordable cost that's better for us, better for the planet, better for every future generation. And we're disrupting the powers to be. We're disrupting the status quo. There are forces that would like to see this not happen. And that's why it's a movement. That's why it requires our action. It's why it requires our political action. It's why it requires us educating the people around us about solar. It's why it requires us signing petitions and like Linda Nerstad showing up in Nevada when the PUC was ruling, listening to customer statements and civilian statements. Our very own leaders in power are there, making their voices heard, telling the Nevada commissioners that we don't accept, using legislation to protect entrenched business model of the fossil fuel utilities. And that's why what we're doing is not a business. It is a business, and it's more than that. It's a movement. So I want every single person who's on the line tonight to really understand what role you are playing. What role is it that you play in this global shift to a sustainable energy future? And you have to understand how important that role is, okay? There's a reason why the #1 solar company on planet Earth decided to work with us. And that reason is that what we're doing is helping to accelerate the adoption curve of sustainable energy faster than it would happen otherwise. And the reason why is, how does any new idea get adopted? It gets adopted when people like us start telling our friends about it. When people start talking about something, sharing things around the kitchen table, sharing things around the grill at a cookout or whatever it is, little by little by little, people start learning about these new ideas. That's how ideas get adopted. And there is no business model on planet Earth that is more powerful at spreading new ideas via word-of-mouth referral that actually pays us for it than what it is we are doing right now. Our peer-to-peer model literally has the ability to help change the world. We can literally speed up and accelerate the adoption of sustainable energy through what it is we're doing every single day. And you have to know that when you go out there and you talk to your friends about Powur, and you talk to your friends about going solar, and you invite people to become partners in our company, and you start to build your team, and you start to see your team growing, more partners joining your team, that what you're actually doing is you are accelerating the entire world's shift to sustainable energy. And that, my friends, is legendary. It's epic. It's something that I haven't ever seen a company in this space have the ability to make as big an impact as we can make, as we really scale this model. And that's what it's about. Let's take this thing to scale. Let's keep becoming better and better and better and better and better at what we do, so that we can go reach more and more and more people. And the most beautiful part about all of that is, not only are you building a new model, changing the planet, but there's never been more money that's about to change hands than the money that is about to change hands as the world shifts from fossil fuels to sustainable energy. So with that in mind, keep this thought fresh, my friend, that what we are doing is a marathon. Right now, we are at 2% of the market, less than 2% of the market in the United States. We're crossing that chasm where people are starting to really understand that something is different about solar, that the future is in solar, but we haven't yet got to that point where it's mainstream adopted, where everybody knows about it. And it's just like, oh yeah, of course, it's ubiquitous. It's the thing that we all do. We're crossing that chasm right now. And to cross that chasm is no easy task. This is not a sprint. We are not going to upend the $6 trillion fossil fuel industry in a single month. We're not going to do that in a single year. This is going to take coordinated effort across the entire planet, across innumerable people working on different facets of this, to really make this shift to sustainable energy a reality, and to really build a new renewable energy economy that trillions of dollars flows through, and trillions of dollars flows to the hands of the people that help build that new economy. That's not a sprint. What we're doing is not a sprint. So it's always important to keep your eyes on the prize for the long term. Set your goals and be realistic with your goals every single month, every single week, and every single year. The real question is, where do you want to be at the end of this year? And how does the goal that you set for yourself, for where you want to be by the end of this year, actually help you achieve the goal of where you want to be by the end of 2017, by the end of next year? And how does that set you up for where you want to be at the end of 2018, and then 2019, and 2020? I have a really amazing friend who's probably the wealthiest person I know. His company went public for over $10 billion. He was at one point worth over $6.5 billion. And he said something to me really profound one time. He said, "Jonathan, do you know the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire?" And I said, "Well, no, because I'm just a millionaire. How the hell would I know what a billionaire is?" Here comes the cart of train. We call this the cart of pause. I'm working out of the office in San Diego. So he said to me, the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire is that a millionaire has a 1-year vision. A millionaire thinks, where am I going to be this time next year? And that 1-year vision they go work towards. A billionaire has a 20-year vision. A billionaire thinks, where am I going to be 20 years from now? They see the world 20 years from now, and they work towards that. Average people, most people, are living paycheck to paycheck. They only see tomorrow. They don't even have a month-long vision, maybe never mind a year-long or a 20-year vision. So I think it's all of our jobs to develop that 20-year vision. And guys, you have to understand when this business gets enormously exciting and what you are actually positioning yourself for. Because what we're doing right now is absolutely critical. It must be done. This is what must be done to create this industry, to create success. We're doing it. But think about when we hit 10% of the market. Think about when this idea of solar technology gets adopted by the mainstream of society to the tunes of tens of millions of homes just in the United States, and then millions of homes in Mexico, and millions of homes in the rest of Latin America, in Australia, in Europe, and all of a sudden, 1 billion homes worldwide might be our market opportunity, maybe more. Think about the mainstream adoption of this business. Do you want to be positioned in front of that? Because I'll tell you right now, this is mathematics. It's going to start sometime around 2018, 2019, 2020. We are going to head into the most insane adoption of a new form of how we produce energy that the world has ever seen. And the people that took the time, that put in the energy, that had the foresight, the vision, the discipline, the passion, the endurance to make sure that they built an organization of people that was well trained and knew how to talk to people about the opportunity and knew how to tell people about solar. They made sure that they were positioned in front of that exponential growth curve. And when it hits, all of a sudden, this company goes from doing 10,000 customers a year to doing 100,000 customers a year. And all the partners in that company who were positioned for that growth curve go from making $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month. And uniquely enough for us, that's a 20-year guaranteed residual income because of the nature of our product. So I just want to plant seeds. I want to plant seeds. This is the conversation I'm in every single day. When I get on the phone with people, and sometimes people put me on the phone with guys they're really excited about, that they want to join the business. When I get on the phone with them, this is what I tell them. There's never been a time like this in history where direct sales, our business model, could help solve one of the biggest challenges in one of the biggest industries in the world. But right now, we can do that. We can really add insane value to the marketplace that no one else is adding, and that's why the #1 player in the world partnered up with us. What this is about is the right people getting on the team. It's about the right team with the right product at the right time. And we're going to go out there, and we are going to kick so much butt that we position ourselves in front of the mass adoption of this technology. And I don't care who you are, if you're positioned in front of that and you learn the simple things that it takes to build this business, you will create some of the most extraordinary income and the most extraordinary impact that you might ever even have imagined you could create. So you know who we're looking for? We're looking for leaders. We're looking for people that want to be a part of that team and they're willing to do anything it takes to make it happen, because that's who we are. That's my conversation. And you know what? We're all 100% bought in on it, and it's happening every single day in front of our eyes. So just a couple quick updates. This month has rocked. We've almost, 4 times our amount of lead generation than we did in December. We've almost tripled our previous biggest month. And that was all because of one team that signed up, that had solar experience and brought some contacts, a bunch of contacts pre-existing from their background and we quadrupled the amount of people we put in the system over the last month. That's how quickly this business can change for you guys. You bring one new person into your team who has the right experience or the right track record or whatever it is, and boom, things can blow up for you. So we're super excited. We've kicked off the new year in an amazing way. History's on our side. Brilliant things are happening in the media, in the press, every single day. We've got some game-changing assets that we're working on right now for you guys. I don't want to spend too much time going into it, but I'm already on my second iteration of our new opportunity video. We are dialing that thing in, getting it to a point where I'm really happy with it, proud of it. So we're going to be releasing a brand new opportunity video to everybody really soon that's going to tell the Powur story, paint the picture in a new way, a highly compelling, duplicatable way, so we can just share this everywhere. We've got a new compensation video coming out soon that's going to map out exactly how everyone makes money in Powur, what's the plan, so it's super easy to share and explain. We've got a brand new redesigned website and homepage experience that's going to tell our story in a different way. We've got replicated site funnels that are next in line after that, and a list of other game-changing things that we want to launch. So every single day, it's just going to keep getting better, my friends. This is your time to do what it takes to be positioned in front of this amazing category that we're all creating right now. So it's always inspiring to be here with you guys. I know Jim's got some great stuff to share. Bobby's got some great stuff to share. So I want to turn it over to Jim right now and just say thank you for being on this ride with us. Nobody could do this alone. This is a group effort. This is a global movement. We're all doing this together, and we got your back, and we're here to support you to take Powur to wherever you believe you can take it, and that's our commitment 100% from the management team. So, Jim, I'm going to turn it over to you, buddy.
Thank you, Jonathan. Every time I hear you talk about the vision and then what's coming down the pipeline, I just get more and more excited. So thank you for plugging that in. And one of the things as Powur partners that we really want to take a look at is how are we going to create this epic adventure? How are we going to deliver on these things? And today, I want to share with you a new concept and a tool that you may or may not be too familiar with. Now, you've heard me talk about the environments, and we'll continue to talk more about the 9 environments and how they can support you in creating an ultimate life. But I want to drill deeper into a concept, and you may want to take a few notes here, of something called freedom. And if you're an entrepreneur, that's probably one of the things that you value and that it motivates you is freedom. But there are 4 types of freedom that we want you to become familiar with, because Powur is going to give you the opportunity to have these 4 types of freedom. And I want to share with you tonight a new tool that's in your back office that will help you get there faster than anything I've ever seen before. So the first kind of freedom that we want to talk about is time freedom. And time freedom means that you are at choice with where you invest your time. And the illusion for some people is that they're not at choice. The reality is, for most people that live, especially in a modern world, you're at choice. Now, you may be choosing to go to a job that you love or that you don't love. You may be choosing to be in a relationship that you love or you don't love. You may be choosing to be in a business that you love or don't love, but you're at choice. Back in the old days when there were slaves and people put, cuffs around your wrist and took you to another country and put you on a farm, you didn't have as much choice. So where you invested your time was not really yours, but you can make that choice. Now, I know some of you would say, wow, I'm in this Powur business because I'd like to invest my time somewhere other than where I'm doing. And that's great. So the first thing is time freedom. And that's a big driver for a lot of people. So when you're talking to new people about the business, ask them, where do you invest your time right now? Do you invest time with the people that you love? Do you invest time with people that inspire you? Do you invest time in a cause that really lights you up every day? The second thing is location freedom. And some people have location freedom. They have the ability to do what they do from anywhere in the world, whether they're doing it from an island, whether they're doing it from the top of a ski lift, whether they're doing it from a hot tub in their backyard. They've got location freedom. Everyone who's in Powur, the way that this is designed is you have location freedom. You have the ability from the palm of your hand or from a laptop to do what you do from anywhere in the world. And that's a beautiful thing. So the third piece is financial freedom. And most people would think that that's the first thing that they want. But the reality is most people are looking for time freedom, location freedom, and then financial freedom. They think that financial freedom is what's going to actually give them time and location freedom. That may or may not be true, but most of the time, financial freedom is something that's really easy to identify as a target, and it's really easy to calculate. In other words, you can know when you can become financially free, which basically for most people means that their passive income, whether it's from an investment or from real estate or from a business they've built, that their passive income, could be portfolio income, their passive income exceeds their monthly expense. It allows them to go out and do what they want, when they want, with who they want. So the third type of freedom is financial freedom. And again, Powur is set up to help you create financial freedom. The fourth type of freedom is inner freedom. And this is one that a lot of people, it's not even on their radar, or they discount it altogether. When we talk about inner freedom, we're talking about not just time, location, and financial freedom. We're talking about mental and emotional freedom. Do you sleep well? Do you wake up inspired? Do you feel like you have a sense of purpose every single day? Are you investing the time in your life in the area that expands your soul, or one that makes it feel like your soul is contracting? You see, when we remove the mental and emotional blocks from our life, when we tap into a bigger vision, a bigger mission, a bigger purpose for our life, we gain inner freedom. And of all of the freedoms, for me, this is true wealth. Because financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, that's one that's really easy to plot out. It's really easy to do. For many people, inner freedom is that final hurdle. It's that final bell that they need to ring to where they get to a place where they can be truly present, truly fulfilled, and truly passionate. So why am I sharing this with you? Well, because I want you to understand that everything that we've talked about, time, location, financial, and inner freedom, is right in front of you. And we've talked about environments before, but I want to take you deeper into understanding that one of the key things about environments is to leverage environments to help you achieve the four freedoms. And if you look at environments as a system, these systems are not to bind you. These systems are actually free. That's the purpose of a well-designed environment or a well-designed system. It's to free you up to be more and to do more and to have more of what you want in life. Some people look at systems the opposite. They go, oh, I hate systems. Systems are a trap. Systems are hard. Absolutely not. A well-designed system will help you achieve what you want faster and easier than anything else. So why am I framing all this up? Well, because I want you to understand that you have access to a multi-million-dollar system that is plugging into a multi-billion-dollar industry that is going to help you reach time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, and inner freedom faster than anything that I've ever seen. So I want to take a moment to introduce you, if you haven't already seen it, in your back office to a system or an environment that was designed specifically to tell you step by step what you need to do in your Powur business to get time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, and ultimately inner freedom. If you log in and you take a look at the bottom, and this was a request that was sent out earlier in the email invite, so if you're logged in already, great. If not, rush over there, log into your Powur back office, go to powur.com, log in as your partner, and scroll down to the bottom or just look at the bottom of your screen. Now what you're going to see is you're going to see a blue bar at the bottom with white letters. The left half of that blue bar says the word goal. The right half says KPI, or key performance indicator. So the way that this is designed, this system, this environment, is to help you know exactly what you need to do each day in order to reach the next level in the Powur Rewards plan. The beautiful thing about this is if you've ever been in any other type of business before, whether it's a network marketing business, a direct sales business, or just a traditional business, the challenge is number one, you have to understand the rewards plan at the level that you can interpret what behavior you should do next. What does that mean? That means that in order to maximize your earning potential, you have to know how many more people do I need to introduce to the business? How many more people do I need to introduce to the product or service? In our case, it's how many more partners do you want to bring into your grid, and how many more proposals do you need to submit in order to climb to the highest level in the compensation plan? Well, with most companies, their technology is so antiquated and so anti-user friendly, you have to literally be a math genius in order to do this. It's kind of like trying to figure out, Chinese arithmetic. It's almost impossible. Or a 10-sided Rubik's Cube. It's so frustrating for most people, they don't even know how to succeed in their plan. So what do? They go out and they just talk to a ton of different people, and they end up putting their energies in the area of least resistance. They put their energies in the path of familiarity instead of putting their energies into the place where they'll get the most leverage. So when you look at the bottom, you'll notice that it tells you in the goals section what is the next rank that you're working towards. Now, when Jonathan talked about having big goals and big dreams and the things you're going to do, you don't have to guess. You literally follow the roadmap at the bottom. So it'll tell you what is the next rank that you're working on. You'll also see your leads, and you'll see two numbers in there. So you'll see, for example, on the screen I'm looking at, it shows 17/15. On yours, it may say 1 of 5 or 1 of 10 or 3 of 15 or whatever. That tells you how many leads you have compared to how many leads you should have to get to the next level. All right? So the first is you're going to look at your leads. The next is you're going to look at your legs, leg 1, leg 2, and leg 3. This gives you a snapshot view down into your Powur grid. It starts to show you where are you accelerating and where do you need to accelerate? Where do you need to put more energy and effort? So the goal of this, just like a game, is to reach the next level in the rewards plan. That is going to help you become free faster. So again, I'm trying to give you an overview and to help you understand that this is a system. This is a multi-million-dollar system that tells you exactly what you need to do in order to reach the next level of the game. All right? Now, the KPI on this side, it has three things. It has your grid size, your earnings, and the CO2 save. So the grid size is the total number of people in your grid. Your earnings is the amount of money that you're earning by putting in proposals and getting contracts, right? Getting houses that get panels installed. So this is your earnings. And, of course, both are going to grow. Your grid size is going to grow because it's the effort of you and all of your team. Your earnings are going to grow because it's off the efforts of you and all of your team. And then the third one, we often talk about income and impact. The third one is the impact. How much CO2 are you removing from the environment every time a set of solar panels goes on a home? Now, the beautiful thing is that we're making an impact and we're making an income. And you don't have to guess what you have to do at each step of the way in order to start to build a better life. I don't know if you can appreciate this, the importance of this little piece of software down here, but the architecture of this environment, the design of this system, is the simplest, easiest way for you to know every single day where to put your focus. And as you know, where you put your focus and where you put your energy is where you're going to achieve results. So if it's me, I'm going to go, how can I leverage my energy to create the fastest results and the biggest impact? There's a friend of mine, Tim Ferriss, talks about something called minimum effective dose, MED. What is the minimum amount of energy I have to put in to get the maximum amount of results out? He talks about it, for example, in a workout. If you go into the gym and you pump iron for an hour, that's fantastic. But all the science and research shows that you can actually maximize muscle gain in less than 20 minutes by doing 5 sets of 5 reps with maximum weight. Everything after that is overkill. It actually doesn't help maximize muscle growth. So the concept of minimum effective dose applies to medicine, it applies to exercise, it also applies to business. And you want to take a look at your life and ask yourself, how can I reach the highest level in this plan? When Jonathan talked about setting goals, do you want to be a game changer? Do you want to be a hero? If you do, if you want time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, and inner freedom, then guess what? The roadmap is right there at the bottom. It'll tell you exactly where to focus every single day, every step of the way. So we wanted to introduce this to you because some of you may not have recognized it. Dive into your back office, take a look at it, and know that right there at the bottom, your ticker tape is the key to your freedom. It'll tell you exactly where to focus. And I believe, and Jonathan believes, and Bobby and the rest of the team, we believe that this is one of the most advanced. It's advanced because it's simple, but it's also powerful. We believe it's one of the most advanced ways to help you and your team become financially free, location free, time free, and inner free as quickly as possible. So I hope that this helps you. I hope that you take Jonathan's advice and my advice and begin to set goals and use these tools, use these environments, use these systems to help you create a better life. So I'd like to turn it over to Bobby Smith, our fearless leader who is out there every day working with you and your teams to find leaders, to develop leaders, and to help build this army of conscious capitalists who are out there paneling the planet. So, Mr. Bobby, would you like to take it from here and wrap it up for us?
Thanks, Jim, and it's a tough act to follow, and I'll be brief. I know some of you on the call, this is your first leadership call with our team, and you're getting a feel, you're getting a snapshot tonight of a little bit further about who we are. I think history's going to look back, and they're going to look at Jonathan Budd in this decade, in this part of the century, and they're going to start talking about an innovator and a game changer. Every single moment, but yet everyone knows when they're around them that they're the most important person in the world, and that's why everybody loves them, and that's why they followed them this far in the journey. And of course, then comes Jim Bunch, who's just one of the most brilliant corporate and business and personal trainers that I've ever had the pleasure of being around, that can take conversations and understanding and human behavior to just an entirely different level. And then, most of you know what I try and do out there in the field every day. So, this is who we are. This is a reflection of who our company is. My job, as Jonathan talked about earlier in the call, is really focused on these people that are starting to show up, and they are showing up. We're so proud of the team in LA that put on their first event and is now heading towards their second event, and new speakers and trainers getting up in front of the room. Since we spoke last, we had the same thing happen in Southern California with a dedicated group of people and getting up in front of the room and putting on their own event and just taking this business, by the hand. And every day now I'm in conversations with new groups. There's a group in Texas, and I haven't been able to officially confirm how to announce them or relate them to you tonight, but let's just say there's an extraordinary group of professionals in Texas led by the Big E. They're on the line tonight. There's some other groups that I've been talking about that in Washington, D.C. and San Jose, and markets popping up all around the United States. I really would like to be in Texas in the next 30 days launching what I consider to be another country because of the vast size of the great state of Texas. So these people are starting to show up, and that's what changes the game. As you know, we embrace everyone in Powur. The folks that are just here to fix the problem of our environment, the folks that want to earn a little bit of income to take the pressure off, the people that are on a personal journey to just enhance their lives and the way they look at things on a daily basis. And then there's those of you who are coming. There's those of you that are going to stand next to us on a stage that are earning $10,000 a month and $20,000 a month and $50,000 a month and $100,000 a month and driving Teslas and bringing their family up on stage and traveling the world with us. That's the next phase of this company. That's where we're headed right now. Everything we have done to this point, around the clock, as we still work every day, and not just the three of us by any stretch of the imagination, but our leadership team and the folks behind the scenes that you hear on some of our calls, Andrew, VaNessa, Beth, and just the countless amount of people that are working behind the scenes. All of that has brought us to this point. And we have people that are coming into this company now that have been let down by other companies, or maybe they've been in this industry and they've been let down by the industry. And people don't just get let down in direct sales. They get let down in corporate jobs every day. They get let down in their medical careers every day. They get let down in many facets of their life every day. But it's about finding a home. And it's about finding a group of people that you can trust. And it's about finding a company that you're proud to represent. And in this case, it's about representing the leading solar company in the world. And it's about representing the greatest visionary, perhaps, in this century. And utilizing the extraordinary tools that Jonathan has foreseen, that Jim has explained, and that I will do my best to help you initiate into your daily business lives and your daily personal lives. Folks, we are knocking at the door. We are still in the positioning phase. It is still about those people that are going to enter into this company now, that are going to change our company, and they're going to change the world. And you may be one of those people, but just as much fun, you may have a chance to override one of those people, or two of those people, or five of those people, and literally change the course of your life. It only takes one person to change your life. The woman who sponsored me into my first network marketing company made $1 million on me, and I never met her. It happens. It happens all the time, and it can happen to you. Our leaders are really doing a great job. Chuck is just doing a phenomenal job out there, just leading his team, and Andy and Dan, and I don't want to leave anybody out. You know who you are out there. You're making us proud. You make us work harder every day to serve you and to continue to build a platform that will give you every opportunity to build your business. So here we are. We're driving down towards the end of the month. What's this about? This is about making sure that everyone in your grid is upping the ante, that they are upgrading to partner. Partner is the position in this company where money is made. Partner is the position in this company where lives will be changed. Partner is the position in this company where you can have the impact that you want to have on the planet. So what do we do for the rest of this month? We make sure that everyone knows that the partner is the place they need to be in this company. We continue to flood the back office with proposals, rock-solid proposals from people we know that know us and like us and trust us and want to look at solar for their homes. We continue to break records for the leads that we're putting in the systems that will drive towards installations, that will drive the 20-year residuals, and that'll give us a showcase. Think of all the parties that are going to take place, the balloons that are going to be out front when these solar panels are going up, and people are inviting people to their homes, and they hear about the business, and they want to be a part of your team. This is all about what is going to happen. Jonathan was absolutely right in his opening remarks. It's Paris. It's the military. It's the scientific community. It's the entertainment community. It is everybody understanding of a purpose that we've all come together for. I firmly believe that everything that you have done, that we have done in and outside of our direct sales careers have led us precisely to this time, precisely to this moment, precisely to this company, and precisely with this leadership team that is intact here today. So we couldn't be any more excited. We couldn't value you anymore. We couldn't appreciate any more you than we can. And we are so excited about the new voices and the new people that are coming into our company today. We have another call with one of these new groups again in just about an hour and we're so excited to be working with a new group of folks, a lot of them in the greater Texas and New Mexico marketplace. So for tonight, again, we don't like to take these calls too late. We want to be sharp and brief and to the point, and hopefully that we can motivate you and really give you the energy to tonight, for the rest of the night, to be burning up the phones when we wake up tomorrow. Again, that's to Jim's point, to have a clear-cut, absolute vision of what we want to do tomorrow. How many partners we want to peak, how many three-way calls we want to do, how many parties we want to plan, how many events we want to put in place. We mix all that together, we move forward with our personal lives and our health and our families and our spiritual lives and have a precise game plan. Just like when we go in the gym, just like whatever you're going to do in life to win, there's a plan. And we have a plan, and I know you have a plan, and we just want to put those things together and really allow this company to begin to reach the heights that inevitably is going to reach. So for all of our team and everyone behind the scenes, for our CEO, Jonathan Budd, and our president, Jim Bunch, and on behalf of myself, again, we thank you for being on the call tonight. We got a lot of work to do tonight. We got a lot of calls to do tonight. We got a lot of partners to put in the system tonight. We got a lot of folks to get qualified, and that's what our purpose is tonight. So for all of us, good night. God bless. Have a great
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Jim, Jonathan, of course, thank you so much, and VaNessa for hosting this. This is Kevin Hand, and I just want to encourage every single one of you who may be listening to this to listen to it over and over and over again, as many times as needed, to pick out the nuggets. Go back and listen to it, share it, comment on this video. This is a basic training for anybody who wants to build this business from the inside. This is the time to get involved. This is January 2016. This is our partner training call dated from January 28th, Thursday night. We have these every Thursday night, so please tune in. We'll be doing these again, but each one is separate and individual. It has something in it that's unique from all the rest.